Hey yo guys, it's time for me to give you my WWE Great American Bash predictions. The Great American Bash is tonight from the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Long Island, New York. Gotta say, for a Great American Bash pay-per-view, which has probably the worst cards in WWE pay-per-views the past 2 years, this one looks pretty good. I gotta say that. Obviously, it's because they're in the state of New York. They're not in New York City, but they're in the state of New York, and they know the good, passionate wrestling fans will be there, and they got to deliver something strong, and they did. So, let's just run through the card here. There's a bit of wackiness in like some of the matches that were announced out of the blue, but still, there's some matches that are very important. One in particular is the most important match the company's had all year. So let's just get to it. First match is the United States Championship. Matt Hardy defends against Shelton Benjamin. This one's just way too weird to be added. There's no build, no reason to have this, just to have another title match on the card. Really, let's just get this out of the way. Clearly, Matt Hardy will get the win and retain. I think, Shelton in my eyes is still a jobber. Let's just put it that way. Shelton in my eyes is still a jobber. He still needs a little more work here. He should have still been on ECW stated so he can work on his mic skills. And yeah, I mean, we all know he is in the ring and he can put on a good match, but, it'll be a good match, no doubt about that. But I don't see him getting the belt here, and I see Matt Hardy retaining because I know you can set up a good program between Matt Hardy and Umaga for the U.S. title, which would be a lot better than, this down in the long run because you can set that up. But anyways, that's my prediction, Matt Hardy. Next match is for brand new Divas Championship, the ugliest looking belt of all time. McCool versus Natalya. Gotta say, for SmackDown's Diva title match, they actually gave two Divas a really good chance to go here. McCool is like, even though she's one of the better, Divas who they found, and as a worker, she's still not yet, whereas Natalya, she's very well crafted in the ring. She knows how to work a match very well, so clearly I think this belt should be given to her. I mean, technically it should be a motive. The belt should be just created around her, kind of like the IWA Mid-South wrestling female division has been built around Mickey Knuckles. So I think that's what you should do here. Give it to Natalya down the long run. Give it to Michelle at a bigger pay-per-view. Maybe I wouldn't say SummerSlam straight away, but, maybe a Rumble, the Royal Rumble next year, or Survivor Series. I think Survivor Series would be the ideal time for that to happen, but I just see this being to Natalya for a while because you can still set up rematches with Michelle, matches with Cherry, and, Maria, who's just came over to SmackDown, you can set up matches there, and, you have even a Victoria babyface turn because she gets jealous or something like that, or actually we make Natalya baby. You get the picture, so Natalya's my prediction. Next match is Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. Obviously, this match will probably be match of the night, as it was at, I believe it was Judgment Day. Yes, it was Judgment Day. They put on a fantastic match. I expect the same here. Gotta say, love how they got rid of the IC title here to Kofi. Gets that out of the way. Makes it more meaningful, actually, if it's on Kofi. And if it's out of Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels, who are having a great feud of their own here. With Jericho, even though he's kind of telling the truth about some of the stuff Shawn Michaels has done, it's worked out very well. I mean, Michaels cut a great promo last Monday on Raw to help cement this, and, it'll be a dang good match here. I don't know where they're going to go with it. I think they're going to obviously put Paul London on Michaels' side, obviously, and, Cade and Jericho will get in here. Prediction. Go with Jericho winning this match because Jericho needs the win here more than anything. This feud can go on and, culminate at SummerSlam, which would be a lot better, and you put a gimmick on there, it'll be a lot better there. That's how you do it. Obviously, it'll be by Cage shenanigans in here. So prediction will be Chris Jericho, and, I'm just looking forward to the match in general. I mean, I know there's probably going to be a run and finish here, but still, I'm looking forward to the match. Then we have New York City parking lot brawl between John Cena and JBL. This feud was actually going so smooth, like one of the best builds they've had, maybe all year to a feud, and they just completely fuck it up on Raw last Monday with, technically John Cena is dead. I mean, obviously he got out of the way, but so that was one of the worst endings to Raw. It's something that Thunder would have booked. It would have been Thunder or something like that back in WCW. Yeah, really, Although, now that obviously the match will happen, these two are in their environment. They're in a brawl type environment, which I think will help, especially a parking lot brawl. If you remember their I Quit match back, I believe it was Judgment Day 2005. Really, really good stuff. I mean, they've had wrestling matches and a strap match that didn't really go their way, but now you add more plunder to that. It's gonna help a lot for these guys, especially Cena and JBL, because Cena and JBL can work when they have plunder and can brawl. They really can't go when you just put wrestling happen. So yeah, obviously, it's sad to say I don't see JBL winning this one. Cena will win just to get revenge for what happened on Raw. And, hopefully this doesn't end. Hopefully we get more six-man tags between Cena and Crime Time versus JBL and DiBiase and Rhodes. That'd be really good there, which would eventually lead to a world tag title matches between Crime Time and DiBiase and Rhodes. But still, I think that should be there. Prediction is Cena. Then we go to the WWE Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way. Miz and Morrison defends against Finlay and Hornswoggle, Jesse and Festus, and the Edgeheads, Hawkins and Ryder. Really, this one's another wacky match just added just for the sake of having another match. I expect it to be good. There'll be some comedy spots with Hornswoggle and Festus for sure, which, is not bad at all. I expect there to be good ring work between, Jesse and, Miz and Morrison, and the Edgeheads will get in there. But prediction, though, I see this one going to Miz and Morrison. I would see this one opening the show. Of all the matches, I see the tag title match here opening the show, and I see Miz and Morrison losing the belts. The Edgeheads here, but I wouldn't say they get the pin. I'd say Jesse eats the pin from Hawkins and Ryder's or something like that. Just to help build confidence for the later in the show with Edge and stuff. Edge now has his Edgeheads have the tag titles, which is good. So, I see that happening there. I think this should be a fun little 10-minute opener, and you won't be disappointed, I don't think. Then we go to the next match, which is the ECW Championship, Mark Henry versus Tommy. This match, they've actually had a pretty good build here. Not bad at all. I mean, there's some, maybe last week on ECW was just, I'm hit in the head with the frying pan, and that was it. But still, not that bad. Really, I mean, obviously, you're going to see Dreamer get dominated for a very, very long time. He's going to make that comeback, and Henry will cut him off with the World Slam. So yes, Henry will retain, because Henry needs a lot longer run, a month of a championship. I mean, it's just good to see Tommy Dreamer on a pay-per-view in his home state, at least. So that's all I can really say. I mean, I expect Tommy to, they build it so much to the point where you think Tommy's going to get it, but he just doesn't. Probably Tony Atlas will come out and distract him, and then he'll hit the World's Strongest Slam, and that'll be it. So really, it'll just probably be a nice little chance to see Tommy in pay-per-view there. Then we go to the important match I would say that WWE has put on all year. It is the World Heavyweight Championship match, CM Punk versus Batista. This is important for both Punk and Batista and WWE Creative because, one, Punk, he's had a couple good matches, couple good showings, but he really hasn't that match to separate himself from the undercard pack to a main eventer. And this isn't Ring of Honor for CM Punk. He's not going to get 30 minutes, hour, whatever, and he needs to just go out and deliver the best short performance he can. And he needs to go work that type of match he worked with Morrison for the ECW Championship on ECW back in, I believe it was late November. For Batista's taken a lot of criticism in his career, not showing up and not trying to help have a good match. He's only had good matches really with Undertaker and Chris Jericho, in my opinion. So if he can go out and show that he is main event type quality with Punk and make a star out of Punk here, and they have a good match, it's going to be a good thing for both guys. And then WWE Creative here, well, they just need to show that they don't cut the legs off a new star so soon, because in the long run it hurts them. Just look at Edge in 2006. His awesome title run got cut short quick just to have a Cena Triple H feud. But really, prediction, I go with Punk. You go with Punk. Punk is ratings on Raw. He hasn't let you down yet. And obviously I would see Kane make a run in here and cost Batista, and you set up maybe Punk Kane at SummerSlam or a triple threat at SummerSlam with Batista, Punk, and Kane. So that's how I see this one going down. Next, and the main event is the WWE Championship Triple H versus Edge. This one should be a good little match. I don't expect it to be bad. But really, I see Edge getting the win here. see, for some reason, Vicky coming back to Edge and costing Triple H, and, Edge, and it'll be more money for the company if they make Triple H make the chase for Edge, and, they culminate this at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania or something like that. But, that's just my thoughts on it. I expect it to be a good match, and, Triple H, if he's smart, he takes the loss here and drops the belt to Edge, because Edge could have a great run here on SmackDown with Triple H chasing him. But anyways, that's it. I'm out. Peace.